Hi everyone, and welcome to another tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this super cool Meadowlea bracelet, and this was designed by Loom Snow on Instagram. I will have her Instagram name in the description box below along with her YouTube link. You can check that out. But this is what the bracelet looks like, and let me bring up her Instagram profile really quick. Here it is, Loom Snow. You can just scroll through her account, look at her photos, like her photos, give her a follow for me. And like I said, I'll have that YouTube channel in the description box below. But to make this today, you're going to want to have a hook. I'm just going to use my crochet hook, but a rainbow loom hook works really well too, or even just a one-sided crochet hook, because you don't need to turn that many bands around. You're also going to want about 5 colors depending on your color scheme. I used 5 colors in this bracelet, and I'll be using 5 colors today. And then you're also going to want a C-clip at the very end, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So first you're going to want to grab this color that I used for white throughout the bracelet, and I'm going to be using lime green jelly today. So to start, you're just going to cap a band on your hook and pull another band through, and then you're going to pull another of the same color through this first loop. And then you can switch this around on your hook just so that this other loop is facing you, and take another of that same color and pull that through, just like so. Now what you're going to go ahead and do is grab one of these black bands here. So I use the jet black cylindric bands, and today I am using rose jelly. So you're going to take this, and you're going to pull it like this, and you're going to take the second loop here, second loop over the end of your hook onto this band. You're not going to move that first loop on, you're just going to leave it there. And you're going to put that back on, just like so. Slide this down to the other side and turn it around, or flip it around on your hook, and do this again. So you're going to take your rose jelly band, and what I like to do is slide this first loop all the way down to the end of my hook, and then just kind of lift the second loop over. And again, reattach that. Now you're going to grab the band that you used for the center here. It's kind of hard to see, but I used the Frost Limited Edition band. And I'm going to be using Fuchsia Rose Limited Edition today. I think that's what it's called. And you're going to pull this through the first 5 loops. You're going to lift the 2 rose jelly loops and reattach, and then make sure that you rearrange this one to the outside. Now what you're going to do is, let me bring this back over here, grab your green band here. I used the Jolly Green. I'm going to use Neon Green today. You're going to pull that band through the first 2 loops, and you're going to lift the closest one. So that should be the fuchsia rose that you just put on, or whatever your center color is. You're going to slide this down to the other end, or flip it around. Take another one of your neon green, pull that through the first 2. You're just going to lift the first one, the one closest to your hook. Now that you have this, you're going to go ahead and get your next color ready, which in this bracelet is the clear that's on the side. And what you're going to do, hold on, let me see if I did this right. Yeah, okay, sorry. You're going to take your fuchsia rose, and you're going to cross these 2 middle rose jelly bands. So it doesn't matter which way you cross them for the first section, but just make sure that you cross them the same way throughout the bracelet. You're going to take this this fuchsia band. You're going to pull it through the first 4, making sure everything stays in order. And you're going to lift this second band, which should be your neon green, and the 4th band, which should also be your neon green. Now you're going to flip this around to the other side and repeat the same thing. So taking this fuchsia band through the first 4 loops, you're going to lift the second band and the 4th band. So you're going to leave your loops like this, and then we're going to start this next section here. So what you're going to do is take your white band, which is this band here. Again, that's my lime green jelly. You're going to pull this band through the first 4 loops, and you're only going to lift this outside one. And then you're going to reattach that, slide it down, flip it around, pull your lime green jelly through the first 4, lift the outer one. So now you should have something like this. And this is where your sequence actually starts. So the first one was a little bit different, but honestly it's not that much different than this one. It's just these first bands here will have a different look on the center. So you're going to take your rose jelly bands, just like we did before. You're going to pull this through just this 3rd loop now. You're going to leave these first 2 loops here. You're going to grab the 3rd loop, and whichever way you want to do this, I'm going to try and just pick it up, pull it over the end of my hook. I'm going to reattach this. It's going to look a little bit bunched up for a second, but once we add our next band it will be less bunched up. You're going to slide this down, take your next rose jelly band, oops, and again you're only pulling that through this 3rd loop. So once you have this, now you're going to move on and grab your fuchsia rose band, your limited edition center band. You're going to pull that band through the first 7 loops. So now there's 8 loops on your hook, you're going to pull it through the first 7. You're going to lift these outer rose jelly bands and then this outermost rose jelly band as well. And you're just going to leave these 4 in the middle. So that's the only thing that's really different about this for the rest of the bracelet. So other than that, don't worry about it. You just have to drop those 4 in the center and continue on just like normal. So now you're going to take your neon green bands, pull that through the first 2 loops, lift that one closest to your hook. Again, make sure your bands stay in order. Slide this down. Take your other band through the first 2, lift that one closest to your hook, and then before we add our fuchsia bands here, you're going to want to cross these bands in the center, so take note of which way you crossed the bands before. Whichever way that is now, go ahead and cross those bands the same way. Then you'll take a fuchsia band through the first 4, you'll lift the 2nd and the 4th. Now slide this down, turn it around. You're going to pull a band through the first 4, lift the 2nd and the 4th. If your band gets twisted, you can always just fix it. But anyway, to start your next process, you'll take these bands, you'll pull this through the first 4, just lift that outside one, slide it down, turn it around, pull this band through the first 4, lift the outside one. So you're going to continue this process until it is long enough to fit around your wrist, and then after that you're going to end here and you're going to pull one band through all of those loops and C-clip it. I did forget to bring another band over here to tie this off, but once you're at the end, you'll finish your last section, pull all these bands into one, just like I did up here, and then you'll C-clip it, and then you'll clip it to the other end, and that'll be your bracelet. So thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I will have Loom Snow's name in the description box below, so make sure to check her out on Instagram, give her a follow for me. That is all I'm going to have for this video, so I hope to see you next time.